LeBron has removed his talents from South Beach. How we feel about that?
DreAllDay.com.
Alright, so it's Friday, July 11th, about 6:51 p.m. If anything happens after that time, I didn't know about it. LeBron James announced he's going back to Cleveland. He wrote a letter, posted on SportsIllustrated.com. LeBron's going back to Cleveland. We're going to talk about that in a minute. I just read Chris Bosh is going to get a max contract from the Miami Heat. Kevin Love is intrigued by going to the Cavs, and he would re-sign with the Cavs if he got traded there. Jeremy Lin got traded to the Lakers. What do we think about all this? Let's start with the big domino first. LeBron James going back to the Cavs. First of all, let's talk about the Cavs first. I'm going to be definitely very excited to watch this team. Kyrie Irving is an electrifying young point guard. They also got Andrew Wiggins, who just got picked #1 in the draft. LeBron James, who is the best player in the league. Anthony Bennett, who was terrible last year, but he was a #1 pick in the draft. So that's 4 #1 picks on the same team. 4 guys who were the #1 overall pick on the same team, which is fucking crazy. All there in Cleveland. And the Cavs had all 4 picks. They weren't acquired by trade. All 4 of those guys were actually drafted by the Cavs. Then you add in Dion Waiters, Tristan Thompson, who were both top 5 picks, top 4 picks, I think both of those guys were. And they say they're trying to get Kevin Love, which means a couple of those young guys are going to get traded. I would not trade Wiggins. I would want to hold on to Andrew Wiggins because he might turn out to be a fucking superstar with his athletic ability, especially what he can do on defense. Would I give him up to get Kevin Love? I think I would if I absolutely had to, but I think the Cavs, what I just read, I think the Cavs are going to try to get the deal done without giving up Andrew Wiggins. And the Timberwolves know that Kevin Love is going to walk after this season, so they're going to do a trade eventually because they know they're not going to be able to re-sign Kevin Love no matter what. So they might be the ones who bite the bullet on this and just take the deal, whatever deal they can get. So the Cavs are going to be hell of exciting next year. Kyrie Irving and LeBron James together alone is going to be hell of a team. Andy Varejao, if he can fucking stay healthy, he will be a good player to have on that team. I don't know who else the Cavs got. They're going to have to get some bench players and see what happens when the smoke clears if they do actually get Kevin Love, because they're going to need backups, of course, for everybody. David Black coming over from Russia as the new coach. The Cavs are going to be very exciting to watch. I think they're going to be on TV a lot. My man B Battles up in Pittsburgh, he was excited because he's going to get to go to the Cavs game and see LeBron again. So that's cool. Now let's talk about the Miami Heat. It's real quiet in Miami today. LeBron James in left town. Chris Bosh, they said, is just about to sign for like $120 million in Miami, so he gets the max deal. That he opted out of a deal. Now he's going to get basically the same amount, probably as actually a little bit more money for Chris Bosh. Dwayne Wade, I'm thinking, is going to get a max deal too to play in Miami. I don't think the Heat would shaft him. If they're going to get Bosh the max, there's no way they can shaft D Wade, who's the fucking face of the franchise and will remain that. Now that LeBron left after 4 years, D Wade is still the greatest player in Heat history. Nobody can argue that. He brought the first championship here, so I think he's going to re-sign. So you're looking at D Wade and Chris Bosh. They got Josh McRoberts, I guess, is going to sign there, and Danny Granger there. Shabazz Napier's there. Norris Cole's under contract. Udonis Haslem will probably come back on a different deal. Everybody else was a free agent, so I think the Heat are going to have a pretty different-looking team next year, but I think the 2 big guys are going to be D Wade and Bosh. And I'm interested to see how that works out, especially if the Heat get a big man to go with Bosh so he don't have to fucking play center no more, because that ain't really working for Bosh. They need to let him play his natural 4 spot. As far as the Houston Rockets, I really thought Bosh was going to take that max deal that the Rockets offered him, which was like $88 million for 4 years with him, Dwight Howard, and they were going to actually match the Chandler Parsons deal. So those 3 guys, Parsons, James Harden, and Pat Beverly, I don't know what their bench would look like again, because they just traded away Jeremy Lin. They're going to trade Ashik. I think they're trying to get him traded to the Hornets. So they would have looked great, but I think they'll still be good with the team they got. They kept Parsons, who was a very valuable player. I think the Rockets still trying to make a splash in free agency by getting somebody else, because they still got money cleared up even with the Parsons deal. So we'll see what they do. The Lakers traded for Jeremy Lin, which I think is good. I think Jeremy Lin can be great when he's running the show. He got the ball in his hands a lot doing the pick and roll thing, which is also the exact same thing we could say about Steve Nash. But playing with Kobe, you're not going to have the ball in your hands all the time. So how Jeremy Lin fits with the Lakers, I have no idea. They traded him away because he's an expiring deal. At the end of this upcoming season, he's a free agent. So I think the Lakers are just trying to clear their books, and I don't think Jeremy Lin's going to stick around in LA. That's what I think. We don't know. And I just read Nick Young re-signed with the Lakers. Is that consequential? I don't really think so. What else happened? Is there any other news? Carmelo Anthony. Is he re-signing with the Knicks? Is he going to the Bulls? They said the Lakers are out of the running, so he either go to the Bulls or re-sign with the Knicks. I would love to see Melo sign with the Bulls. That would be a hell of a team. You're talking D. Rose, Butler, Melo, either Gibson or Boozer, along with Joakim Noah as a starting five, not even getting into the bench. Again, all these teams got to make sure their benches are right, because your bench can kill you. If you look at the Indiana Pacers, they got killed the last couple years because their bench was terrible. So I would say if Melo goes to the Bulls, that would be a huge headbutting at the top between Chicago and Cleveland. If he goes back to the Knicks, he'd be doing it, of course, because he's getting that money. So I wouldn't be mad at him for getting the most money he could get, which is like, let's say, $130 million or something. It's hard to pass up that big. It's like $30 million difference between taking the home team, the Knicks, and going to a new team, the Bulls. So I can understand if he takes the home team deal, but we'll see. I'd like to see him go to the Bulls, but I won't be mad if he stays with the Knicks. I think that's all the free agency news that happened, at least up until this point. That's what I think. I want to know what y'all think. What you think about LeBron James going back home to Cleveland? Last thing about that Cleveland thing, I think is a good thing for the NBA. It's huge for the league. The best player in the league is going back to his home team. He said his #1 thing is he wants to bring a ring to that team. So all the hard feelings from 4 years ago, I guess people in Cleveland didn't let that pass because he's coming back. He's the best player in the league now, unquestioned. He's been to the championship 4 years in a row. Everybody knows he's the best player. He's won 2 titles. They already got 3 other guys who were the #1 pick in the draft and 2 other guys who were top 5, which is fucking ridiculous, all the talent they got on that team. But they got to put it together and actually win some fucking games. And I love watching Kyrie Irving play. I want to see him actually get some victory. So I think with LeBron James on his team, he's going to do all right this year. And if they get Kevin Love, oh my God. They should be on ESPN like 50 times if they get that team put together. And the new coach, David Blatt, who just came over from Russia to coach that team, and he had no idea LeBron was going to be on the squad. So how lucky is that dude to come in there? He also got a serious challenge. He got to put together the right type of offense with 2 ball-dominant guys and Kyrie and LeBron playing on the same team. And you thinking about maybe putting in a Kevin Love. And at the same time, you developing young guys. Bennett, who was as a rookie, was not good. Waiters, who's a 3rd-year guy. Thompson, who's like a 3rd or 4th-year guy. Wiggins, who is just coming into the league as a rookie. So they got to develop all these young guys, work in the superstar, all-star guys. And it's his first year even coaching in the NBA. So there's a lot of big things going on in Cleveland. That's definitely going to be the team to watch. I don't know what's going to happen in Miami if they're going to sign another player because they got enough cap space to actually sign somebody else besides the guys that I mentioned already. So everything, the smoke is not cleared yet. The dust is not completely settled on NBA free agency, but the biggest domino, which is LeBron James, has fallen. I want to know what all y'all think about that. Work on your game. Dre all day. I had a guaranteed 10 inches to your vertical, not a maybe 10 inches. Guaranteed 10 inches to your vertical. Go to dreallday.com/jump. Get the jump manual. When you get it, I'm going to give you 5 free pen books or any free DVD. All you got to do is email me the receipt. dreallday.com/jump.
Dre Baldwin, strong.
You're like a model.
Like that name, Philadelphia. Punch card. That guy's almost too ripped.
Right.